I'm live. So, I titled this video, What Builds Confidence? And it's funny because it took me like 20 plus minutes to settle myself in to even do this live. It's like an anxiety thing, which is the main thing I wanted to talk about, was thoughts, how our thoughts and the feelings of anxiety bring us a lot less confidence. All those worries and doubts or fears hold us back from accomplishing a lot of things. And it could be something like, for instance, for years I said I was going to write a book. Here I am 20 years later, no, about 10 years later, still have not finished that, but it's in the process. It just takes a lot more I guess, willpower in order to bring forth that energy to do something. So, yeah, I was just curious. I actually want to have the discussion with you guys. Like, what do you think helps build confidence? What do you think that comes from? Is it something that you inherently have? Because there's a lot of people that naturally are confident about anything. It doesn't even matter what it would be. And then others are more confident about things that they're familiar with. For instance, if they are playing the piano really well, they might be confident that they could do that in front of millions of people. But something that I have struggled with is confidence. So that's another reason why I wanted to bring up the topic, to try to get an idea of what everyone's take is on it. Because as for me, I've realized that it is something that I actually have to work towards and build, rather than something that naturally just comes and flows out of me. Now there are other things besides speaking. Speaking is my main thing that really bothers me. But there are other things that I'm confident in. So for instance, like cleaning. I am OCD like a mug. So cleaning, I'm quite confident about. You can't tell me a damn thing about how to clean. You cannot tell me that I am not a neat and clean and detail-oriented, organized person. Although I may have flaws and do things that are not to those things, it's still something that I inherently have a confidence in. Not by practice either. It's just something that I find naturally. So, what do you guys think really, I see a few of you have already jumped in. What do you guys think that are, for the many that are on here, what do you guys think, as I continue to belabor the question, where do you think confidence comes from? How do we build confidence? What builds confidence? Is it the practice until it's perfect? Or is it something because you can grasp a concept and you can understand something conceptually, mentally, and completely get it and understand it, wrap your mind around it, conceptualize it. But what I find to be a very huge difference is the actions that are partaken afterwards, after the idea, okay? So, it could be a great idea to be confident about something, and then you get there and get total stage fright. That's one of my things. I turn red, as red as a shirt. I turn red. I get hot, clammy. It's I kind of black out sometimes, my mind. It's I don't know where I'm at, what I'm doing. And so those things are triggers that are indicating that I'm not confident or that I'm not comfortable. You know what I mean? So, refocusing sex drive, it works. Okay, self-love builds confidence. I agree. I definitely agree with both. First of all, people who don't have control of their sex drive have probably all kinds of issues. That's something that I have definitely put forth more focus upon, as far as honing my own energy, sexual energy, not not sorry, I lose focus with the comments. So not like just letting it go on its own. Knowledge in general, the more you know, the more confidence you gain. I agree, Jeremy. And as Daniel said, self-love builds confidence. I definitely agree with that, because I feel like we do need a sense of self, a confidence in self before anything, for us to move forward with confidence. Because at the end of the day, if you have any self-doubt or lack of self-love, there is plenty of room for the worries, for the anxiety to come through. Knowledge in general, I agree. I think the more we know, the more confidence we have in whatever it is that we're going to push ourselves into. But as I was saying earlier, you can conceptualize, you can have all the knowledge in the world. Why does it say comments? Sorry. I'm not used to getting on live here as much anymore, but that's what I'm trying to get back on. I don't know why it says that like that. So, yeah, if you have the knowledge, that's great, but then how do you push away the anxiety? I guess, so you would need more knowledge? Is that what you're saying, Jeremy? That if I, gain a lot of information, collect the data, understand the statistics and whatnot, and then say, okay, I can do this, and then I get to the point of doing, and I freak out again. Where is that coming from? Where is that anxiety coming from? And I found personally, in the pathway of healing, not just my physical self, but healing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, that a lot of past traumas and a lot of experiences that we've had kind of shape or shift our perspective of things. So if we have an experience that has made us feel unworthy or made us feel useless, like we can't do something, that experience could hinder you for quite some time until you face it and heal it. So a lot of times I'll look back at my previous experiences to understand what I would like to understand what I was going through, because at the time, a lot of times when we're in an experience, when we're in a situation, when we're feeling, we're not really consciously processing everything that's going on. We're kind of going through the motions, and then afterwards we gain insight. In hindsight, of course, whatever, you look back and you see the situation and you can kind of see it from a different point of view that allows you to kind of break it down, or consciously delve into the meaning or symbolization of what experience you had. So I think that sometimes these things, these anxieties, these fears, this lack of self-love and awareness and confidence stems from experiences that we have had and have not fully dealt with. So, we have voices in our minds. Many of us are well aware of the fact that we have a subconscious. And so, although we don't necessarily know all the time where these things or these thoughts come from, if we delve deeper, I think we can actually get more to the heart of it. So, again, for those of you just joining, please, by all means, answer the question for me and with me about what you think builds confidence. Focus on improving yourself instead of comparing to others. Dennis, I definitely agree with that one. I think our focus upon comparing with others and trying to measure up definitely leads to a lack of self-confidence, because we're constantly looking at what others are doing, and there is no comparison. You are your own individual. You are your own person. You can do anything, and you have your own personal gifts and abilities. Exercise those. Maybe that's where this leads to. But see, this is where I'm having the dilemma. So for me being up here, this is a this is in essence a perfect example of what I'm talking about. I have a subconscious, don't know what the fuck it is, but a fear and an anxiety about being in front of people, about speaking in front of people, about being on the spot. We could be in a room of just 2 or 3 people, and if everyone's focus is on me, my face is turning beet red. I'm totally clamming up, might have a brain fart and blank out and not know what the hell to say or what I'm saying. And so what my question is, so is it for me to step away from that and just not pursue it because my body gets such a reaction and a trigger from trying to speak in front of people? Or do I exercise the healing process and seek to figure out and see what it is that's triggering this anxiety and basically, get over it, get over the fear, overcome it? That's really where I'm curious about this confidence thing. Where does it come from? Reassurance helps too. From friends and family, you can overcome your fears. Absolutely, I agree. I totally agree with that one too, Daniel. The only thing with that is it brings a sense of validation. And then we're constantly seeking, and I mean, I do that too with my daughter. I'm like, what do you think? Like I trust her more than me sometimes. I'm like, what do you think? But that validation, I think, it's a good reassurance. The as you said, the reassurance is so helpful. And that actually is what encourages me to keep coming up here personally, because you guys tend to tell me that it helps you. So I would love to. I'd love to be up here expressing ideas, so long as... Oh, pressing something. Okay. So long as, it's a reciprocated energy. I send you guys lots of love, and I know everyone on here most sends me lots of love as well. So I have built this beautiful family with you guys on Facebook and some other social medias. But for the most part, I take note. I know that I have so much support and abundance with the connections I've made. So I'm beyond grateful for that, for sure. Singing, Daniel. Daniel, I'm not singing. I went live last night and I knew people all over the world were going to watch it. I hate giving talks with all those eyes. Jeremy, so then you feel my pain, right? There's so many things, I think, and it stems also from the sense of not wanting to be embarrassed or humiliated or misunderstood. Like, that's my personal thing. Like, I don't want people to mistake what I mean, how I really feel, who I am, and those things, I think now that we're continuing to talk about it, has a lot to do with the self-love. How do I become more confident? Well, I love myself enough to not give a fuck. Everybody's eyes are on me, okay. So I think it's, I don't know, a combination probably of a lot of things that could build confidence. Sorry, I hear the door. So yeah, that's part of the reason I started getting on Facebook Live, is so that I could, well, actually, I take that back. I started with Snapchat, doing little videos of encouragement to everyone, and built my way up to here, Facebook Live. So that is progress. Progress. I'm pretty limited on my Snapchat. I don't know how many of you have me on Snapchat, but that's probably the most personal you'll get with me, as far as me sharing randoms. Yes, you're doing it, girl. Keep going live. Builds confidence. Thank you. That's why I hide behind a pen. I can articulate. I don't stumble and stutter. Exactly. See, Jeremy, I totally relate to you because I love writing. It's just I've noticed that with busy lifestyles, I've not done a lot of that lately. I do have a blog. If anyone cares to read it, there's plenty of excerpts there as far as my expressions and my thoughts about certain topics. You can find that lovelunav.com.me, one of those, both of those. And I have a blog there. So I write, and I think that, as you said, the articulation is so much better because you can, ponder it a little bit. Whereas sitting here talking, I'm on the spot. And I'm not the quickest on my feet. I was just mentioning that earlier at work. This dude is so quick on his feet for a response and a rebuttal to everything. And it's just so perfect, whatever comes out of his mouth. I'm not that, privy to that type of expression. I really write. I love writing. A book is in the process, so all of you that love to read, by all means, I will let you know when it's coming out. So any other post the link to the blog. The blog should be in the links on my. I can't leave a comment. Oh, it should be in the links to my information, but I just shared it, and I don't know if it's gonna I don't know if you can press it from there on the comments, but at any rate, anybody else want to input as far as what you believe builds confidence? See, just this pause, even anxiety building. Why? What's there to worry? It's just, I'm just a person, y'all are just people, right? You have opinions, we all have opinions. You can talk shit if you want to. I really don't care. That's the part that I wonder about, because I don't care what people think about me, yet there's an anxiety. Subconsciously, something fucked me up. Meditate. I definitely should probably meditate more often. I tend to fit it in where I can get it in, but I know that meditation on a daily basis, as a daily practice, is so helpful in many aspects. I used to meditate, do yoga. Was very, very healthy in the eating department, all kinds of stuff, and it definitely brings a sense of clarity immensely. Clearing your mind, that's the whole point. You're clearing your mind. So all the time that we're sorry, I'm trying to put my foot up. All the time that we're interacting with people, we have constant distractions, right? And then beyond the distractions, we have subconscious distractions. And so we could be thinking or talking about one thing, and then yet there are trillions of things going on back here, right? So when we meditate, that gives us a sense of clarity so that we can be calm, collective, and really get in tune and get a sense of self, who we are without the distractions. It's not just something that, well, it is something that people are just throwing around, but it really shouldn't be taken lightly, because sitting down and quieting your mind and sitting with yourself with an intention, so powerful. So powerful. All right, Dominic has an answer. Understanding your fears and doubts, then becoming aware of the emotions that follow. Become present when those emotions are flowing. Probably present, right? Then stand on your bridge and let the emotions pass under. In short, don't jump in the water. Thank you. I like that. I really like that as an analogy for me to utilize in my mind and visualize. Because the emotions are exactly the triggers. You know that. So figuring out where the fears and doubts stem from is exactly, I think, the key to overcoming anything. As I practiced coming up here, building confidence, as so to speak. That's why I'm asking the question too, because quite honestly, I can't say that I fully am confident up here. But nonetheless, I feel I have this deep sense and urge to speak, to express, to let you guys know how important you are, to encourage you to keep going, to allow you guys to be yourselves, because I don't think a lot of people allow people to be themselves. And I know that sounds probably kind of weird, but I'm the type of person that's very non-judgmental and open and loving. So creating that space and holding that space for people, I think, is really important. The compassion is beyond a blessing. So that's why I'm here, quite honestly. I have lots of things that, lots of reasons. And then whatever that little fear or doubt is of being up here and being in front of people, speaking in front of people, having whatever anxiety it is, I'm choosing not to allow that to stop or halt what I really want to do. Practice being a timeless being. The absence of time as a value builds confidence in ways many don't ever get to experience. It's interesting. Ooh, that is such a beautiful, 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 beautiful expression. I tend to be in the present moment as much as possible. And I've told people quite a few times, I don't really think about time as much as I used to. Like, I forget what day it is. I have to look at the time and the date, because I'm just kind of like, I'm here. What am I doing? That's the most important thing. Being present is so important to me. So I think that definitely could be an aspect too of helping with the confidence, because time is a very constrictive element of our lifestyle that we're basing our life on. Oh, we only have so much time. Oh, I only have this much time. What is time? Like, really though. A lot of people say it's a human construct that we've used to kind of like keep us imprisoned almost. But we have to obviously keep a sense of time to have a correlation with other people. But nonetheless, I think that being more present in the moment certainly serves us so much better. Fake it till you make it. No, okay, so the fake it till you make it thing. You know what's so funny about that phrase and that concept? You're not faking anything. What that's actually doing is it's definitely a building confidence. If you know what, thank you so much for that. But like the fake it till you make it thing, you're not faking anything. When you're doing something, even if you're faking it, you're doing it. So in essence, faith it. I think I've seen somebody say faith it till you make it, like keep the faith type of thing, which makes sense. Like, I think being in the energy is most important. Absolutely. So just dive into it, right? Just do it. Fuck the fears. Fuck the fears. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and that's how you add people and see. I didn't even know. You know what? Okay, so add viewers to be in your broadcast. Oh. Sorry, I'm learning something, guys. Just trying to see. Okay, 24 minutes. I knew if I clicked something up there, I could see how long I'd been on, but I appreciate you guys joining. I'm probably going to get off soon. By any means, please leave comments, questions, opinions, advice, whatever you'd like. Open forum, you guys. Fuck the fear. Yeah, you get it. Yes, absolutely. Fuck the fears. shared a post a while ago talking about don't feed the fears. And you know, the main thing that I really wanted to talk about too was the topic I thought about, but I had already put the description, was thoughts and anxiety. Because I wanted to talk about just thoughts in general and anxiety. Can't you tell it's on my mind? So yeah, fuck the fears. Don't feed the fears. The more that you pay attention to your thoughts, you can see which direction they're flowing. Facts upon facts. For those of you that are interested, I do have an event coming up, which I'm going to do a whole separate live just for that, to invite everyone with me to Vegas. I'm so excited. So I'm hosting an event with Quentin Q Reeves. Many of you are probably followers as well. And he's a metaphysical therapist that does like subconscious regressions to help us tap in. And we're doing an event in Vegas in October. I think I've shared the flyer or whatnot, but I'll put the link to the Eventbrite as well. If you guys want to join us, there's only, I think, like 10 or 11 tickets left, as far as, because we're only doing like a small group this time, and then we'll be doing a bigger event later down the line. But yeah, anybody that wants to join us, feel free, buy a ticket. You have to make your own sleeping and travel arrangements, but there's going to be buffet included, poolside masterclass. We are going out for his birthday, which my birthday is also in October, so this is going to be super fun. And a bunch of other things. The details are in the event description. Don't jump in the water. I'll try. Oh, look at you all grown up and beautiful. Thank you, Vanessa. It has definitely been some time, right? Her smile is infectious. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys. Lots and lots and lots of love and blessings. If you happen to see this later, please feel free to comment and let me know what you think builds confidence. Lots of love and blessings, guys.